Alright, one replay a day, day 19. Today's game is one of many I played last night, but this is the one that stuck out in my head as I need to watch this game. As the game progresses, you will see that this Terran player gets up in my face and makes me very uncomfortable for a lot of this game, and I think it directly leads to his win, because he plays quite aggressively, at least from what I've seen. And no, I'm not from Laos, that's an I. I've had so many people ask me that recently, and I have no idea why now as opposed to any time in the last few years that I've been using this name. So I got my scout going across. It's going Reaper. I try to sneak that probe in to get denied. Lose it to the Reaper, didn't kill an SCV. Super sad times. Get my Nexus down before his Reaper gets over. Got my Mothership core out in a timely manner. Scare the Reaper away. Getting a Stalker to see if I can kill that Reaper, but he's got it in the middle there. So he already knows what he's going to do, and he's rallying into the middle here. This is a little base of operations. Back at home I'm doing standard things. I'm throwing on a rebel, get another gate. Got warp gate about halfway done. So right now he's got a very weird army in the middle of the map. It's basically Info Marines, a Reaper, and Widow Mines. He gets a medevac out pretty quickly. So now he's got 2 Widow Mines and a handful of Marines and a medevac. Alright, so I'm getting an observer out because I'm afraid of Widow Mines. Alright. So I realize this is a serious attack then. I see that he burrowed the 2 Widow Mines there, so I've got my photon overcharge. He takes some extra damage on this medevac if he needs to, but I could have been quicker about moving this Stalker and starting to hit it. So I didn't get my warp gates out in a timely manner. Because my warp gate research finished, I was dealing with this. So this Stalker dies and I don't quite get this medevac. I handled these 2 Widow Mines without taking any losses at all. And now I lose some probes fighting here because I didn't have my warp gates out in time. Not the biggest of deal. What are we at worker-wise? Alright, so I'm 6 ahead in worker supply. I got my workers set back up, and he's rallying stuff in to just die right now. My photon overcharge wears it off, and so I don't get a kill this Widow Mine. Alright, so I lose another probe, and I'm going to lose one more here. But I kill that Marine, and I know that he's only got the 1 Widow Mine here right now. So I need to get these probes back to work. I need to get my gas coming back in. I should be producing. So I throw it on a cannon, which is good on me, but this is going to come out before that. But I've got another observer, so I kill the Widow Mine. So far I've taken 9 worker losses. But I am still ahead in workers right now. Although they're not doing anything. They're not doing any work right now. So I get my gas set back up. I get my workers set back up. And he is pretty much doing the exact same thing. Just rallying out near my base so that he can attack from there. I send a probe out. Where's this probe going? Alright. So I see he's right here. I'm sending that observer out to scout though. So I've got this one at home. I should move this observer out right now, I think. Because I've got a photon cannon to detect here and a photon cannon there. So I feel okay with where I'm here. I just want to make sure he doesn't drop into the main. I feel like I should maybe move a Stalker over there, but I don't know. So I see that he's pretty much just straight rallying across. There's his first Marauder. So he's got 3 Widow Mines and a small amount of Marines, 5 Marines. So I've got Zealots and Immortal. I'm not producing out of this right now. Another Immortal would be nice, but I'm supply capped. Do I have... yeah, okay, so I'm taking a 3rd over here where we won't see him. That's a lot of widow mines. Kill one, two of them fall off, kill quite a few zealots, and I lose these zealots too. So that was poorly handled by me. That was the first poor fight I say I've taken. Make sure to focus on the Marauder. It doesn't kill my Stalker, that's basically all I've got right now. Lose my Immortal for it. But I cleaned this up pretty well. I should have done a little mine before recharges. And I don't quite get a medevac here. Alright. But I haven't had to use a photon overcharge since my very first one now. So I've got full energy. So I think I'm doing pretty well right now. Other than I'm not producing out of my robotics facility. How many gates do I have? I have 3 gates. Turn on photon cannons because I don't want to drop little mines over here and be super annoying. So he's still rallied here, and I'm going to observer sing on him now, so I should know when he's coming in. He's pretty Marauder heavy now. Actually, he's got a pretty sizable force. And I've got 5 Stalkers. So I have only gateway units right now. And a photon overcharge, which is the only thing that's going to keep me alive here. He's slowly pushing that little mine up. I really wanted that widow mine to go off. I don't want to splash damage to those Marines in the front. So I kill the widow mine, and I back off. Where's this next widow mine? It's already there again. Alright, so I get some zealots up. He's just kiting back, and I'm not producing anything right now. I'm at almost 1,000 minerals and 700 gas. And I just now start producing a Colossus. Colossus range. But while that was happening, I lose all my daily units. So I have to re-up the photon overcharge. At this point I feel like he could just grab this, pick up and drop on my base, and do pretty well. That's killing me. That was a nice one of mine use to do damage to his bile. Nexus is 16 kills. I'm gonna lose this Colossus. He just dives on it. But that's gonna let me clean up his bile here pretty well. Mine doesn't get down because it's range of the cannon. Anything on gateways yet? Okay, so I'm finally adding on gateways. I'm still sitting at way too much money. My only Colossus coming out because I lost the other one. I think because I had bad background and didn't have gateways up. He doesn't know about this base at all. But I have a bad rally point now. That's not set on a mineral patch, it's set on the ground right there. So these workers are just coming out and sitting there. He drops into my main. I split my forces so that he can't sneak stuff in. How well do I handle this? I lost a photon cannon. I'll lose these. So this is handled well. This is handled really well. And his medevac is going to get away. I didn't need to let it get away, but I'm busy getting my gates up. And he's pushing, or congregating at the front and going to push it again, it looks like. Will I have another photon overcharge ready? That medevac's so low. Put on another photon overcharge. Lost my Colossus again. So I'm just again getting a Colossus. He's starting to think of money too. I'm ahead on supply right now. All open zealots. But seriously, he's just been up in my face for like the last 10 minutes. Which leads to stuff like this. Alright, so I take a pretty solid little mine shot there. Lose my Colossus again, so now I'm back to only warfare units. Snipe that with a mine quick. Despite all of this, he's gotten up to 2-1. I don't have a single upgrade yet. So I'm behind on upgrades. We're both banking on money. We're both doing a poor job of spending it right now. Once again, I am at 1 Colossus. Single Colossus, and he has started +3 and a Viking. And I've got basically Zealots. He just keeps baiting my Zealots into these little ones. That was a huge hit. It's going to be another huge hit. It cost me so many Zealots. It's not even that the Widow Mines get the kills, it's they clear the shields and let the Bile get the kills afterwards. When I sit here on 1 Colossus, I pulled, these are the ones back that were just fighting. I pulled them back because they've got, or they didn't have any shields, so their shields are just regenerating now. Oh look, I'm gonna get to 2 Colossus. Nope, don't put that one. I would say that almost helped me more than it helped them. If the Widow Mines go off, I feel like I don't have enough to tank here. And this was a stupid warp. He's got so many Marauders, and I warped in so many Stalkers. It's because I want to be able to snipe these Widow Mines, but I just can't. He finally just had enough where he just pushed in and overwhelmed me. Now he's ignoring the photon overcharge. I just don't have any weapons. Full probes. I lose a shit ton of probes, so what am I hit? He can just rally in and kill me now. Got 8 Colossus. Ugh. I didn't realize that I lost that pylon either. And I was dumb and I kept my Colossus rallied right in the middle of his bio. So yeah, now I've just got probes fighting. 2-1, almost a 3-2 army. So basically he just bullied me down. They didn't have enough gateways. Recurring problem. My Colossus positioning was poor. I should have kept them a little bit farther back. So I made 2 Reapers. Yeah, at this point I'm dead. I mean, I've got gateway units and that's it. My Colossus count hit 2 very briefly, and then I promptly lost them. And the fun to kill those Vikings. Yeah, now I'm dead. Behind on upgrades. Behind on tech. Alright, so as a recap. Would a sentry have been helpful during this? It could have been. It could have bought me time if I had a couple force fields. And I could have pinched in more of his army as he was trying to retreat, so getting that sentry. Normally I do get a sentry against Terran, but his push was weird. Normally I would have been warping in a sentry kind of as this push was hitting to force field the ramp to prevent him from running up, so that I only had to use 1 photon overcharge to dissuade the push. But I handled his first push really well. I kept myself cool-headed, I pulled the probes in time, and I killed both Widow Mine basically for free. I handled his bio okay. I was a little slow in having my warp gates out, so I lost some probes, but it wasn't a shit ton. I mean, it was 7, but I was still ahead in workers. He hadn't even expanded yet, so my worker production was still much better than his. But basically, I lose this game simply because he sits right outside my base and threatens to attack me the entire time, causing me to make mistakes, like not producing out of my robo bay, not having enough gates, and not getting upgrades. But it was a good game. I even was expanding to another base, and he probably was never going to scout it. He never scouted anything. I could have taken 6 bases. He never even scouted a third. I could have taken 6 bases, and he would have had 7 bases. Maybe 8, I doubt 8. But 7 bases, and he would have had no idea. 7 extra bases. But I basically just died to him pushing me around and keeping me inside my base, and I kept losing my high tier units. So we will focus on not letting the stressful moment get to me, and keeping it cool and hopefully winning from there.